darkness beckons with a chilling call. Come closer, listen to the shadows draw. So subscribe and like, and don't be afraid to dive into the darkness where the shadows are laid. Tales from the shadows will spook your world. Join us on this journey, let your fears unfurl. Stay tuned, stay weird, and watch out for what lurks in the shadows.
Welcome, friends, to the dark and the deep, where whispers linger and shadows creep. Tales from the shadows where legends arise, with ghostly stories and myths that mesmerize. The minds at TFTS Labs have been working hard to continue bringing you fantastic tales. With today being Halloween, they have brought you a tale about a very specific Halloween. Today's tale takes us to Willow's Hollow, and it follows a trio of trick-or-treaters, Jenny, Tom, and Liam. It's called A Halloween to Remember. The little town of Willow's Hollow had always held an air of mystery, especially during Halloween, and this year the holiday promised to be even spookier with the arrival of the mysterious Eldridge family. They had moved into an old mansion on Ravenswood Lane, long rumored to be haunted. As the townspeople whispered about strange happenings and the odd lights coming from the mansion, young Jenny, Tom, and Liam decided they had to see for themselves. With Halloween night approaching, the friends made a pact to investigate. Finally, Halloween night came, and as trick-or-treaters filled the streets, the trio snuck toward the Eldridge mansion. Clutching flashlights, they pushed open the creaky gate and stepped into the overgrown garden. Jenny noticed an old symbol carved into the wood of the front door, and Liam claimed he heard a faint whisper. Despite their nerves, they went inside. Finding the mansion dark and silent, as they explored, they discovered hidden passages, eerie paintings, and peculiar artifacts that hinted at secrets older than the town itself. Leaving the mansion unsettled but alive, the three returned to the neighborhood, only to find it transformed. The streets were cloaked in dense fog, and the trick-or-treaters had vanished. The trio tried to head home, but they couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching them. Suddenly, shadows shifted in the fog, and strange figures appeared. Children, in tattered costumes with vacant eyes, eerily silent and still. The haunted Halloween was only beginning. The friends sought refuge in an old cemetery near the mansion as the ghostly children began following them. There they met someone unexpected, a boy their age named Elias, who wore an old-fashioned suit and claimed he knew the mansion's history and curse. According to Elias, a Halloween night occurs every 100 years when the line between the living and the dead is blurred in Willow's Hollow. The Eldridges were caretakers of this Night of the Spirits and had unwittingly released the ancient curse. The entire town would be trapped in an endless Halloween nightmare if it wasn't stopped. With a new goal, the friends and Elias set off to find the Eldridges and break the curse. As they ventured deeper into the fog, they faced strange illusions. Familiar places turned twisted and grotesque, and their worst fears seemed to come to life around them. Visions of a lost family member haunted Tom, while Jenny saw monstrous versions of herself. Liam nearly froze in fear as disembodied voices whispered his name. They had to stay together and push forward, resisting the growing terror around them. After nearly giving up, they finally found the Eldridges in the mansion's library, surrounded by spellbooks and glowing artifacts. Mr. Eldridge explained that he had been trying to contain the curse, but it had become too powerful. As the spirits of Halloween past gathered strength, they began to breach the protective barriers of the mansion. The only way to stop the curse, he revealed, was for someone brave enough to retrieve an amulet hidden in the oldest tomb in the graveyard, a place most feared in Willow's Hollow.
Are you a fan of Tales from the Shadows? Want to support the show? Well, you're in luck.
You can buy some Tales from the Shadows merch by clicking the link in the description. Whether you want accessories, a hoodie, or maybe even just a t-shirt, Tales from the Shadows has a little bit of it all. So don't wait, order your Tales from the Shadows merch now. Now let's get back into the tale. Armed with a map provided by Mrs. Eldridge, the group headed to the tomb. The iron doors bound with ancient chains. As they pried the doors open, strange shadows crept along the walls, whispering the names of each child. Inside they found the tomb covered in dust, with an ominous glowing amulet lying in the center. Elias reached for it, but the amulet lashed out with dark energy, and Jenny barely caught him as he stumbled back. They realized that the amulet required something in return for its power: courage, hope, and the willingness to face their deepest fears. Each friend had to confront a personal fear to lift the curse. Liam went first, battling his fear of being abandoned in an endless void. Jenny then faced her fear of losing herself to the darkness, while Tom was forced to confront a guilt that had haunted him for years. When each had proven their courage, the amulet glowed brightly, signaling that the curse was weakening. But Elias, with a mysterious sadness, stepped forward last, knowing he, too, must face his fear of leaving the earthly realm. With the amulet in hand, they raced back to the Eldridge mansion, only to find it surrounded by eerie spirits trapped between life and death. They hurried inside and presented the amulet to Mr. Eldridge, who began a ritual to reverse the curse. Just as the clock struck midnight, a powerful wave of energy erupted from the amulet, sweeping across the town and banishing the spirits back to the afterlife. Elias, who had helped the friends from beyond, faded into the fog with a bittersweet smile. The fog lifted and the children of Willow's Hollow returned home safely, oblivious to the supernatural events that had unfolded. The trio, forever bound by their experience, kept their adventure a secret, knowing few would believe them. The Eldridge family remained in Willow's Hollow, guardians of the town's forgotten history, and every Halloween, Jenny, Tom, and Liam would place a small candle on Elias's grave, remembering the friend who had helped them survive a Halloween no one else would forget. That Halloween in Willow's Hollow was now the stuff of legend, a haunting tale that would be whispered for generations. Remember, when going trick-or-treating tonight, be careful around big spooky mansions. Your night might just change if you're not careful. That's going to do it for this tale. Be sure to like and subscribe so you never miss a tale. And don't forget to comment your favorite tale. You may just see it right here on Tales from the Shadows. Until next time, stay tuned, stay weird, and watch out for what lurks in the shadows.
This has been Tales from the Shadows, where the shadows speak the stories that will make you weak. Join us on this journey into the unknown. Tales from the shadows, where fear is shown. So subscribe and like, and don't be afraid to dive into the darkness where the shadows are laid.